Welcome to Stealth Artisan Live, I'm ASHLER. We're going to be working on part 40 for just Stranding 2 streams. Let's continue on the beach. Okay, don't need to do that, don't need to do that.
That looks wonderful.
Get and go. Cheese. Woo. Are we all in this? Hey, Sam.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nothing important.
Can you take a picture of us?
Sure.
If we want to do it right, we could choose somewhere else.
All right.
Why don't you choose?
How much longer?
That looks like a lovely picture. But I see someone blinked. We can't touch it up after the fact, but I consider that a perk of traditional photography. One more time.
Just forget about it.
That's a nice photo.
Thanks. They'll make for a great memento.
I love it.
You take care, Sam.
All right, later.
Okay. Going to test something out. I'm gonna save and then go back to that because I felt like I could have done more. I waited too long, but I'm not sure if they're doing it that way. Let's go to save. We'll do a hard save here, and then let's go to load to here.
Get and go. Cheese. Woo. Are we all in this? Hey, Sam.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nothing important.
Can you take a picture of us?
Sure.
If we want to do it right, we could choose somewhere else.
All right.
Why don't you choose?
You see, someone closed their eyes. Let's try for another one. Ah, someone's eyes were closed. You nearly had it. Let's take another one for them.
So yeah, I guess it's just one picture. That as a gameplay thing is stupid. Just the mechanic itself. I think they could have made that a little bit more interesting. If Sam was doing a little bit more commanding or interjecting, or at least the maybe Dullman was doing it. So basically what you would do is have someone, they would all do a pose, and then you would just click on them and say, no, you do a different pose. No, you do a different pose. And you move through the poses that they would do instead of trying to cycle through and hit them at this moment. The other thing is if they're going to keep the way that they're doing it, you need to slow them down. Like, don't change your pose so fast. That felt candid, but it would be nice, maybe directions along that line. Slow down, stay there, hold that. Just have some extra guidance, or go back to what you just did, kind of stuff, a little bit like that, maybe. Because I think the notion of there being a little bit of a tug of war with the photo mode, where you're saying go back, and this would be tricky for them to do this, I feel, but maybe they could do it, where you would have them go through their poses, and then you would have them watch their poses, and then try to do them again, and then record both of them, just them trying to do it a different take, and they just use that as a capture of going from one thing to another thing. So it's showing that when you say go back, it's different. It's not the same thing. It's them trying to mimic the notion of the same thing. So you're not getting. So there's still this notion of getting that first shot versus the notion of the first, or the second.
You've been working pretty hard.
Interpretation of that. But yeah, but those things are like, feels like they could just be like a one-off thing, just like something to create a bond with the characters, so it's not really meant to do what I want it to do, most likely. Okay, so, but my whole shtick is I want, if you're gonna do something, actually add actual gameplay for it. Let's take a look here. To me, that was too much simulation, not enough inspirational, like, gameplay mechanics. Okay, let's look at these. Did they... That's a back and forth. Back and forth. Back. No, that's a direct. Why did I say that? No. But it's a timed one. And that's a timed one too. I think we're gonna do these. Knock these out of the thing. So let's see here. What are we doing first? We're gonna try to get these speed ones out of the way first. His is a little bit tricky just because it's he's out of the way. He's not an easy person to get to immediately. I want to say probably him, maybe. No, let's try speed. Let's try this one. Means we will need to... From here. Going to... I think I need to switch vehicles here. Gotta do something though first here. Let's use this vehicle. Let's go to private locker. Facility. Test something.
accepted. Thank you. the trip here so quickly. I must learn your secret. I've kept this data under lock and key here for a while now. But I think you will put it to good use.
It's a weird weapon for him.
I'm going to increase your materials, Alec.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
As thanks for your assistance, there is something I would like you to have. This contains secret knowledge of another technique of mine. The pizza whirlwind kick. It allows one to defeat multiple enemies in quick succession. Very useful if you happen to be outnumbered. See for yourself in the training. Oh, and this, the machine gun, is just something that was collecting dust in storage. I am not skilled with such weapons. But I think you will have no difficulty wielding it. Do come and visit me again.
Order completed. Well done.
Nope. That's what I was hoping for. More scrolls from him. Okay, I don't think there is one here. But no, I could probably just try to run that surfboard all the way just down through here. That's what I'm going to try to do right now. Knock these out. Oh. Does that really say 20? Let's take a look at that.
This cargo has been designated Cape Flat and requires urgent delivery.
Wow. Okay, well, we're definitely not doing that. Well, if they let me pull these behind, I would do that, but no. So let's ride the board. We'll head back to where we're at. See, this is the one that I needed to jump off, not that other one that I did. I went to the wrong one. See, because there's that one there, and then there's this one, I guess. There, yeah. More efficient. Because them having the trick thing in the air is cool with like this. But I feel like I'm also wanting that Mercury counter, if I'm saying that right. Or like right, if I'm going to land wrong, if I make a jump, give me a moment to do something, to press something to help try to basically survive that fuck up. Add gameplay. Don't just make it like, oh, you went off a thing, there's nothing you can do about it, you're fucked. You know? Let's see here. I don't even know if this is going to work correctly, but we're going to try. We'll have some flexibility to mess with it if not. Take on orders. We're going to here, go to garage. I'm going to pull this guy out. Take out a garage. Bring it back out here. I don't like that it immediately does that. It should let me manage first before it actually pulls it up. Alright, let's take a look here. I'm gonna do some tearing down here and maybe leave it here. Just I just will know that it's here. So do I already have a bolo gun on me? Yes. Okay. I will take one of these. Sure, let's do that just so I can then cut the gun in here. I'm gonna lose two of these. Place a locker. Hartman's place will be our kind of secondary base, I think, or at least one of them for managing separate managing stuff, since they're not being helpful. They just need to allow us to create partitions named lockers, I guess this is how I want separate, like at least 5 lockers or 3 lockers per like location of a locker. I personally would be fine with it being in specific spots, like places like this. Any place that has a garage can facilitate that, so basically knots and special places like this. Press none. Let's see if it goes back to sleep. Let's go ahead and save. What are we doing? Load. That sign that they put there is annoying. They should put it on the other side. Or actually have it be on top of the thing. The structure itself. It's in the way. Okay. Let's look at this efficiently. I want to say... Not sure which one of these two is better. But we will do this. Make it through that. Basically here, 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 here.
Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Actually, I think I'm gonna do
Commencing route creation.
like one of these.
Delivery route finalized.
Okay.
This cargo has been designated Cape Flat and requires urgent delivery.
So can I do that via? Oh. Okay. Let's put it all here for right now. I want to see. I have to. Why can't I put that in the private locker? Is it because I had the coffin selected? Okay, so private locker, coffin. So just offload that. And I can do that. Okay, that's it. Alright.
Order accepted.
Do wish they allowed us to save in that menu thing.
Thank you.
Of course. Shit. System. Load. Wish they would let us know. So I need to turn around and click up. Grab this and drop this. I'm pretty sure, hopefully we should be fine after that. One of the things I'm curious about within here is, are these missions released in kind of expectation? Okay, I think when I get up here, I'm gonna do another safety save real quick. Okay, save. Wish I knew what those wispy strands were versus the strands that just went up. Like, what does that even indicate? Is there a reason for it?
You are going above and beyond making deliveries in this weather. I'll try to get your orders processed quickly. Damn, you are fast. I'm impressed.
See here. Beep, 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 beep. Sick.
Sam, you're the best porter I know, and that's no lie. We all agree that you should have this, so take it. We're upping your allocation of materials again. Take what you need and don't hold back.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I want to thank you again for all the work you've done to help us out here. When I first laid eyes on you, I knew you were no ordinary porter. But I've only grown more impressed with you since then. You've been nothing less than a genuine hero to us. Seriously. Wherever you go, you will always have our support. So come back anytime, Sam. We'll always welcome you with open arms.
Order complete. Well done.
Okay. Let's see if Any of these guys have I think we're just gonna fabricate ourselves a sniper rifle and go do this mission. Probably will try to look to see if they have any extra ladders too. Let's see here, ladder. So the towers, those things would be cool to print, because then you could just print those and then use them to snipe bad guys from. Let's see here. How do I do this? Jared Gargo, that's what we're looking. There's some ladders. I wish you could fight from the ladder as well, where it's not that you have to reach a platform, that you could actually move up to it and then go into a fighting position. It would make sense with the sniper rifle. You would just aim through the thing. You could even say that it gives you like a buff of some sort of stability doing that. Because that ladder's not going anywhere. It's not jittery at all. I bounced out of that too quickly. That's the place we need to be to do this mission. Three large, okay. Yeah, that's totally doable. Guess we'll probably follow one of these routes. And can I come into here? Don't know how far range I want to try to put rounds on them. Let's get we'll get some around here and go from there. Let's see here, close minutes anyway.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Let's try to mess with this real quick. Alright, where are we? Where are we going? So this could suggesting hitting there, but I'm there, so let's
Commencing route creation.
give this
Delivery route finalized.
I'm trying to think where. Oh. You don't want to have to deal with that if we don't have to. Should try sniping them from the road. This is a semi-high point here. Let's look. I wish I could climb on top of the vehicle and like lay on it and snipe from there. Too far out. Okay, so that's 3. Hold on. What? Okay, at least I landed it on him. I think I need to go in more. Okay, so he's 230. Is there a guy up there? Yeah, I believe so. He's what? 262. No. Woke him up. Put him a little bit on alert. Come in here. Oh, come on. Thank you. Need to get this other guy here in the mix. We would have a problem. It's 2:30. Okay, hopefully that. Yeah. You are what? 240? And you are 210? Okay. Let's just see if they can't get in here. We'll run ladders. Come back to here to fill our exfiltration. Yeah, just try to see if we can't tag some of these other guys. They're still kicking. Yeah, like this guy here. And that guy there. You are... hidden. So we've got at least... there's that guy. He's hidden too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Does that sound about right? He's not up again, is he? No. Oh, not have to cross water or anything? Oh, there's this guy up here too. Okay, you are a... really like how they did what I wanted them to do with the VR training as the explanation for why Sam has gone from blue collar to like being a little bit more able. So I don't necessarily have to take these guys all out. Some of these guys are kind of out of the way, so... I think the only other one that I'd be really worried about is this guy up here. Should probably be wearing different shoes right now. So keep an eye on that. How many of these are there? 3? Where are they all at? One's there. Where's the other one at? I don't see it there. Is it showing up? Maybe both of them are over there? Not what we needed.
Recovered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
Use it. No, I don't need to do this, but this is a game. Don't understand why that didn't hit. Oh. I'm confused. Is that 400 or 280? 128. I mean. Is there visibility of threading the needle for this other guy?
Feels good.
Nice. I'll use this to get over here-ish, and then I'll go off-road. Get back. I could see that area using a chiral bridge, but also can see that not being that great out here because it rains a lot in this part of the map. How this game plays, it does feel like it would be nice if there was a Game Plus kind of a feature to it. Technically there is. After you play it, you can replay everything again. But I feel like, well, you can replay a lot of the missions, it seems like, again. Sure there. But what is it? I want, I don't know, maybe a leaderboard thing or something, some kind of a weird, like, hey, go do this again, and it does something, it means something, that there's some reason to do it again, not just to do it again with all your equipment. There's a little bit of extra stuff. I think the easiest way to run it is to, like, Skyrim's level tree stuff, where you can reset the tree or something like that. Because I wouldn't want it fully to be completely reset, but it's just this notion of like, hey, let's throw up 5 more stars so that you can do again, just to do it, and then you can just repeat that. And it's just something to keep track of a certain amount of points and whatnot. And then the notion of what it gave you, I would just say that it would do a couple of things, like refill your, like, it would run into cycling of, like, refilling their stock of materials to fabricate. So if you, like, deplete all of that, you could reset that, do them again, and it would stack that up again. It'd be cool if it also gave you the items again, so you could literally farm them, specific things, and then you could then flip them to other players. Basically, you could say, oh, let's farm this, a couple of these things, run through a bunch of their stuff, and 5-star them again, and then get that stuff, and then repeat it again, and grind specific weird things that way a little bit. Just because the cool thing about it is it could filter into the recycling stuff too. So it's just like, you could either donate it or recycle it. And the other notion is where adding patches, like when you get the patches again, that they would actually give you an ability. Because by the end of the game, I feel like having 2 different versions of this patch would be fine. Because in my mind, it's just like, I want patches that break the game, basically. Let's see here, what we're doing. I do find it interesting that they're running their stealth stuff in a specific vibe of stealth, which is a little bit annoying. It's like, to be stealthy, you have to use your rope. It's just what it feels like to me, if I'm understanding it correctly. So, let's fucking finish the fucking mission. Jesus.
Appreciate the dedication. You really outdone.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Apologies for making you come visit so late. Be careful out there, okay?
But it feels like it's moving that needle
Well done.
with stealth. Still, it's considering its stealth with the star, but I don't think it's considering its stealth within here. Because I want to say... Yeah, yeah. My sniping stuff is maxed out. Need a... oh, that's maxed out too. So I'm close. I'm close with this. I wonder if there's Sam. So I'll have to mess with that. What is this one? I wonder if this stuff is improved via the VR stuff too at all. Yeah, these not so much. I think I would need to do some other stuff to well, I think I need to use this sniper, not even a sniper, but the silent assault rifle, and see if I could still get headshots and stuff like that with that, for it to be valid for me, I think, to really want to use. I do wish there was more with this. I don't feel like I'd want it to be 100%, but it would be cool if I could use this and this to shoot people and then run up and then use this on them so that they stay down longer. Because I know there's a gameplay loop thing that I wanted for a Thief game. Is where you're using this is very Metal Gear. You're using the notion of, okay, depending on how you knock someone out, will add a timer to the knockout. But you're using that on top of the notion of how you're handling the body. And there's like some cool like centering and focusing on that a little bit more as a core thing, where you're gagging to stop them from making noise, or purposely not gagging and then booby trapping the body in some way. So they call for help and then they come into the room, or booby trapping the area so that you can then take that guy out, and then you're still waiting in the wings to come in and then, knock the other guy out again. or have a combo thing where it knocks them both out for longer, and then you can tie them both up and then secure them. The notion of also adding some kind of a knockout thing on top of that to put them to sleep for a lot longer period of time. And then beyond that, maybe a almost permanent way of taking them out, which I don't fully like, but it's the notion of if they, maybe there's like stages of, if they did come to, there'd be other cascades too. So if you drug them to knock them out, then they're going to be, when they wake up, they're still going to be in a weird situation. So it's not going to be just 100%. What would you call it? They're up and then they're alert and whatnot. If they got blackjacked, I feel that they might be slightly concussed. So there would be these element things. If you maybe choke them out, they would be a little bit more. It would come to a little bit more. I could see that. So instead of using blackjack, so just the stages of stuff. The thing is trying to figure out how to make that also a cascade into gameplay as well. But these notions I feel like would be cool in this game. I don't fully see the 100% full purpose for it being that tight for this big of a game, because like a thief game would be a little bit more close-quartered, intimate, so it would make more sense being that way. But having a little bit of that, just a little bit. The notion of knocking them out, and then still that there being a timer for them to wake up, and then you can prolong the timer thing from that. The notion of having them just have an AoE thing around them, bubble basically, some bubble when they're knocked out. Then there's the notion of gagging them would be, I think, would still be good in this one as well. Because if you could do that, then you would be able to do some interesting stuff. Moving bodies, I feel like, would be nice as well. If you have a carrier, is I think would be maybe the element thing. I think you could run the idea of like Sam could like carry people. But I think what they should have done is to be honest, is instead of having the bag be the thing to carry people in this, is that Sam can carry people, but he has to either put them in the carrier or put them in his bag, but they have to be tied up. And it's not just the normal takedown tied up. You have to then, after they're tied up or knocked down, there's this extra notion of it. It's a little bit more like them being in a pseudo bag. And that tie up is like extra than the normal just takedown tie up. That one only counts down for so long, and then if you do that secondary one, then it's even more so. To be honest, I could see you also doing something where you actually would pull out a bag and secure them that way, and you'd be locking them up into a bag. Because there's this notion of like And it would be like a chiral bag. It's preserving them, keeping them safe so they don't die, and making sure that they can't mess around with stuff. It would also be maybe it has restraint stuff in it already, kind of like the chiral bags do in general. So they have those straps and stuff like that. So more using that as a thing. But then if they do wake up eventually, then they would struggle and whatnot. But then, yet again, if you gag them, then that would be moot. They would just be wiggling and rustling, and their sound box of detection would be low, pretty low, versus the notion of also someone coming across them, depending on where you hide them. So they could be there for a while. I think you could maybe run some side logic into it, though, where you wouldn't want them there for too long, to the point where they couldn't call for help, because you don't want them to starve to death either. So you would almost want even the bag itself to almost deteriorate on its own or break down on its own, kind of thing. It basically frees them at some point or alerts people around them somehow at some point. One of the things in my head would be is it would deploy like maybe like a balloon or something like that to float up to say, hey, there's someone over here. And then we'd go and retrieve them. That being said, it would be cool to add something to it where you purposely are shooting a body to release that flag. It could get annoying if you're not trying to do that, mind you, but maybe you can make it a really like have some kind of a safety measure to it, kind of thing. Like it's like you have to shoot it, pop, and then or shoot two parts of it or something like that. Pop, pop, you know, boom, boom. But I could see spraying your gun at stuff and accidentally hitting it. But at that point, I don't think it would matter. The other notion of that is the idea of maybe resetting that. But I could see you having some other means of dealing with it as well. But yeah. Okay, where are we at? What are we doing next? I'm doing my game theory story time nonsense here. Okay, let's use this. Oh, let's look at the time. Okay, we're still good. Okay, orders. Okay, 2. We got his. We got hers. Where's hers? 4 large. Yeah, let's go ahead and one of the interesting pacing things that's in this game is the Magellan being down. For me, if it's not functionable, I'm less likely to want to do some of these side missions. So it's like, oh, okay, well, let's push forward so I have it, so I can get around the map a little bit more easier. especially for how I'm treating this game this time around. I probably would be less using this if I had the same headspace in the last one, but I spent way too much time playing that game. I'm happy about it, about the experience I had, but I would rather do some of that on the back end rather than the front end. Because then I can play around instead of being super serious the whole time, which hurt me out a couple of times playing the first game.
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank
you. This isn't timed. Let's do that real quick. Recycle. Recycle, 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 recycle. In the wrong spot. There we go. Yeah, how they have their multiple recycle stuff in here is a little bit weird. I think one of the next things I'm going to try to do is maybe get one of these other things going. Is this open? It is not. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we won't do that. Well, where are we at with that? Resin. I wouldn't mind maybe pushing that a little bit more. So what I would do is run around and borrow a bunch of shit from people, but curious about these guys' stuff. Okay, yeah, they're kind of. Shit. Sorry, guys.
Wowzer! You're mine. What's that one? Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
So I'm wondering if some of those things I was saying earlier I could simulate. So you would type a body, I think you can kick the body to maybe wake them up. I don't know if that unties them. If not, if that gets them to start to scream, then you could use that and then put down some notion of a trap. It kind of got rid of the whole scanning thing currently, which is weird that some of these characters have Odra decks, that then they're not using them yet. But maybe they'll do that later on.
Welcome back. Now. Now that's a lot of...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Looking forward to our next conversation.
Order completed. Well
It'd be
done.
cool when she did that thumbs up if it actually did the pop up of the heart. Let's go head over to the old Oz and then head up to the lone commander. Yeah, I did that wrong. Oh well. There is still that mission that I need to do. Some of those I might kind of leave to closer to the end, maybe, I don't know. That's one of the things I'm kind of worried about with some of these, is like, I'm wondering if I should be moving forward rather than completing these missions. Like, the only issue that I have with that is whatever superior stuff that I unlock, I'm going to use. I'm going to be efficient, so I'm going to lose out on stuff. Like, I feel like right now I'm in that position where I would be using the floating carrier more often, but there's so many other efficient things that they've thrown in to make that device not as handy. If I maybe did some more, what do you call it? What is the word I'm trying to think of? Making something handy. Yeah, I can't think. It's gone. Why did I put a ladder up to there? Just for the hell of it. Sure, a minute.
Out and about what? You just don't. I don't know where you find the energy to do all of.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
It is pelting down out there. Mind your footing on the stick. Don't want you.
Okay, one medium. Let's look at this guy. There, huh? Kinda almost, well... I could see myself going from here to there, trying to wrap around, maybe abandoning the truck here and then anchoring down to try to get to it, or coming across depending on where exactly it's at, and then climbing back up and then coming back this way. I think that's probably what I'll try to be doing, to be honest. If that doesn't work, we'll figure something else out. Let's do this as our route thing, just to give ourselves
Commencing route creation.
I don't know if I can make it up and over that, so that's maybe where I might end up stopping. But I can try to come down into here from that way. See if that functions. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Systems save. We'll also do a quick what? What's going on? Oh, interesting. I'll have to drop these off somewhere. Probably into the Magellan or something. Do I not even have one? Okay, well, let's try to see if we can snag one real quick. There we go. See if it's in shared first, and then we'll go. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Where if I had a PCC2 on that person. Yes. Oh, cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and got that.
Looks like you have what was
Really, that's it?
requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
Huh. I don't think I'm gonna even need to anchor or anything. I think one of the things that would be also cool within this is like a mobile notions of stuff. I think would be a really cool idea. It also adds to my kind of notion of a turtle vibe too. The notion of the shell on the back is these things. So you would have a mobile zip line. You would have a mobile time shelter. One of the visualizations I have with that is maybe offshooting that onto the arm itself, not the vehicle. So it's like holding an umbrella kind of a deal off to the side. Mobile teleportation thing. Mobile tower. The notion of a mobile charger is quite insane, but would be... I think it would be justified, especially if it's like mainly only this big guy could only do it. Basically they would just have a slot on the back that you could craft a lot of the mobile things. I like also the notion of maybe even the idea of a mobile bridge as well too. Some of these things you'd want to have maybe where it's able to be turned on and off and manipulated and edited, and moved around. I could see there being also an extra thing to it where when you do that, yes, it's mobile, but it locks itself down as a fixed thing when deployed, and then you basically click it, and then it undoes that basically. But maybe you could even say that thing is like a shell in itself, and you can, when you do that, you drive out of that notion of the shell. So it's basically you're more like crab or something like that, or you're abandoning the thing that you're taking with you, which doesn't make much sense to me, to be honest, to have that function that way when you can just carry a PCC2 with you. The notion of actually being able to build a thing or arm to a vehicle makes much more sense to me. Because the notion of the zipline notion of that is intriguing to me. If you're driving around and then, especially if they actually did what I wanted them to do, they actually went backwards with it, which is annoying. Zipline doesn't give you any information. No. It seems like, unless I'm
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
doesn't give you any information on connectivity. So if you click on one, it does not tell you, hey, there's these other places that it'll branch out to. That's what I wanted in the first one. Previously, it did do that. It did do that, but you had to be actively inside of it to see those lines. Now, they don't even show you that. There's no information on where you can go via the map, which I think is stupid. You should be able to click on one and see the full cascade branch. Where you can go, you can plan your route. Otherwise, you're just hoping that it might reach to something else. But I wonder if in this game they tried to make less of an emphasis on it's weird right now, but impact or focus on zip lines this time around. It kind of feels that way. Still kind of confused why they didn't make them more dynamic with the curving of the line, bending of the line.
Oh, is that you, Seth? Welcome back, mate. Can't help but feel grateful when...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Come back any time, huh?
Oh. Holy crap. Don't know if that's... It could be heart-shaped, but it's also... There's like that kind of boxy stuff for other symbols in the game too. Okay. So one of the things with this, I could hop on the road. Obviously, driving through this area right here would not be smart. But I could drive it to here, and then head this direction. I feel like dropping down into here wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. I could see myself getting in a sticky situation a little bit. But let's get ourselves back there. We'll also repair the vehicle and also fully take a look at what we're taking and whatnot. This notion of the BTs changing the color around them is interesting. I want to check something out. You know, this thing right here always like freaked me out. So it was threading that needle. Yeah, if I had fragile stuff, I think that would have killed it. Or definitely damaged it. Oh. It auto repairs it. depending on the hull, I might want to take a smaller vehicle. Let's see here, how many is this? 3XL. 3XL. Because I could see myself. There are pavers here. Yeah, there's a paver there. 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 I think I might want to get a road going, make this a little bit more easier on us. I didn't do that. That's okay. Because I can run around and do some tax collecting, basically. Let's see, what do you got? You've got a... I could grab 1,000 from that person. Maybe. Or two. Yeah. Do you have the Kyle Crystal? What is their metal like? Can't remember which one's metal. Could get a chunk. I don't necessarily need to. I know if I move forward, these will get... I think the number will go up. So I feel like if I do this mission without adding stuff into here, then that would be a thing. Maybe I can kind of do both, maybe a little bit. So let's just do it, and then we'll come up here. I'll come down here and try to do this guy here. Trying to think. So what I'll do is if I'm coming through here, I'll grab some extra resources from him too. Basically, I'll try to get as much crap as I possibly can. But I need to actually have the right crap. Let's see what is the right crap. Metal ceramic. Okay. Okay, metal ceramic. Fabricate. Alright, we'll just continue.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Go to shared. See if special ally. Let's go ahead and put that. I know this won't be super efficient, but oh well. I kind of want to move the needle on those things a little bit more with progression rather than me running around and trying to unlock them. Because I feel like that's one of the things in here, that there is a natural, more fluid way of unlocking things where it kind of does it on its own, and then there's this oh cool. So that's much more efficient, and you can get to crazy cool places out in the tar. And technically, up to a point here, if I want to, I can swap out. As long as I'm not fast traveling with the Magellan at any point along this way, I could swap out to another vehicle. There is always the option of abandoning the thing, but I don't have a extra floating carrier that I would need to really actively do that well. I think I only have one floating carrier right now, so I'd have to print another one of those. There's a part of me feels like this game, or a game like this, could do something that's a little bit more interesting with the notion of like kind of almost like a banking system thing with stuff. When you put stuff into the private locker, it is not, you're not storing it to actually be able to hold on to it. The game, having a game where it's like, that's not the point of the game. The point of the game is actually when you stow stuff away, it becomes part of the community, and it's most likely it's going to disappear, which I feel like, I know, like, that would bother me to a certain degree not to have a place to put it, mind you, but there would be ways around it here and there. Because what you would probably have is, like, in this game, you would have maybe the Magellan to be a safe place, but then also possibly not, because the Magellan would be actually the main place you would be putting stuff to have people use it, because it's the most common place that everyone is going to be visiting the most. Creating a PCC Dropbox, now that would be something that you could run. That would be different situation where you could say, alright, well that object is going to be a little bit more hidden, possibly, and hard to access to a certain degree, unless you put your Dropbox in a specific location where the Magellan fast travels to, so you just have to fast travel to that Dropbox to access your private stash. I could see having some notion of separation, but the idea of not having this both, I think, is what I'm wanting in my head. It'd be interesting just to see how it would function. Because currently right now it's either safe for me or safe for them, and it's gone for me. I think it'd be really interesting if it was, no, it's still safe for me. Well, it's there for us. This is what the difference would be. I wonder if you can drive through that, or is that interesting? Yeah. Oh. Oh. There's a mission for him I haven't done? This pop up right when I unlock this one? I guess so. I guess I might as well do it.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Facility. It's gonna put me a little bit out of the way, but not by much. I think I'll actually go across that way and then up. Brain. What are we doing? Trying to take some more crap from this person. I'd like to keep a reserve of stuff so I could actually print from it. Because I'm assuming that's how this functions. I don't know. Yeah, it is, totally is that way. I have to have resource for me to pull from it. Main issue that I might run into here is filling this guy up and not being able to climb back into the vehicle. Okay, do I want to traverse that direction to get up there to him immediately, or across the top? I think here is. We'll do here. Wouldn't mind kind of grinding a better road here anyway. I think we're gonna go this way. The interesting thing about this notion of the pathing stuff is that how they design some structures of the environment, or like some features of it, that it does create kind of a natural inclination for where you're supposed to be going, which I find interesting. Deliver port.
Looking very nice indeed. I'm so grateful, Sam. I only wish I could shower you with proper rewards. I've made it so you can withdraw more materials. No doubt you can put them to use in all sorts of ways.
Yep. And I'm gonna try to do that if we can carry him.
I'm really sorry. I've got nothing left to give. But what I can do is repair the structures that you've already built. My way of repaying you for everything. It'll take a while, but I'll inspect them all one by one. I am an architect, after all. This is what I do. And I hope to keep doing it a long time. Order completed.
Okay, that's cool. I like that notion. That it needs to be more. I want more information about that. That could be actually fun and interesting if they actually turn that in gameplay instead of just like oh, your stuff is never going to decay, or it's just going to take care of my current stuff, which if it does that, then it's like, well, if I create anything in the future, are you just going to help me out with that stuff too? You know, where's the expansion of that? Okay. Oh, she's got one too. Ooh, that's a lot though. I don't know if I can carry it out of that. I will try. Let's see if it lets us put it on the truck. And let's see how much crap we can take with us. How much crap can we take with us? Aid. What am I doing?
You.
Okay. See, this capacity thing is cool, but it's just showing my character. There should be like, there should be the toggle to show the truck while I'm doing this. I can't take it with me, then I'll... Yeah, I can't. What is it? Let's see how much I can take. Okay, let's just do that. The rest will go in the private locker. Because I don't know if I can even climb into this thing now. Or if I'm locked out. Okay. Okay, I'm wanting to do a save here. Oh, I can't. No save, why? This is intriguing to me, to be honest. And I want to actually look at this real quick here. Interesting. 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 So yeah, me just doing that, starting this mission, unlock some stuff. I'm curious if that actually, even me doing this mission, moved the needle for the road stuff. Ugh. Yeah, this is annoying. I could have brought more shit with me. They really needed to make that super fucking clear. Like, can you climb into your vehicle so I can actually maximize this shit? This is not. It's annoyance that doesn't need to be there. Well, we're going to be smart here, actually. Not deal with those guys. And we're going to park the vehicle and grab some more chiral crystal from up here and remove some of the stuff that I have currently on my person. Put it in the locker. Just curious. Didn't think I saw her. Let's go into here first. Okay, that needs to go. This can go into locker. Okay, that's stuff there, that's stuff there. So let's look at, see if we have any stuff in here that we can use. Doesn't look like it. Let's look in this. Oof. We are in trouble. I might have to finish this tomorrow. Facility. Please. Ah, dang it. Let's go to upload for right now. Let's go back into customize, no recycle backpack. Okay. Maybe some of the let's see if I can get in the back of the vehicle or not. Yes, okay. Still good there, still good there. This thing at?
Commencing route creation. Delivery route. Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Hopefully I won't be in their territory, but if I am, then I'll deal with it. Okay.
Order completed. Well done.
Feels good.
Nice. Okay, so there is going to be some automation for repair in it. I wish that I could flag certain things for him to try to go for. And then also the notion of like running some kind of gameplay assistance for him. This is what I would want. So I really like my bot automation concept, which if they added more to that where they're doing this ghost bot stuff, they would be much more efficient. Because you could get away with a lot more within a thing, like, because what you could do is do some of the stuff that they did in Fallout 76, where they have like their little crafting thing like just pops up and recreates whatever you've created in one section into another section. It just costs you something. It'd basically be something on that line, but you could lay that circle out and have it turn into like a tar area. You would remove everything, and then stuff would just come out of the tar, and then you could and the bots would automate that area for a minute, and then you could just like move them around with the map itself to do stuff. So, and that would be even the notion of like your own objects. You would say, go here, it would pop up kind of around that area, consuming that space. And you might have to do something weird where it's like you can't put it on top of existing structures. So you always have to have it pop up outside of existing structures. And then from there, then you could just tell them to, hey, go here and repair this. Go here and get Chiral Crystal. Go here and do that. Go here and do this. Go here and do that. So you're constantly taking a minute to have those guys go do stuff for you, which would be cool. Okay, let's do this again. Just curious about this to see if there's anything that would make sense for me to do. Does not look like it.
creation. Delivery route.
Okay, so we'll come up here, drop some of this stuff off onto this one, just so it has some stuff on it.
Gotta stretch my legs.
No, we can definitely do that, and we can run as much of what we got here. That can give us change. Let's see here. There's another one here.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
Oh, nuts. I don't trust this junk. Oh. So maybe that's how they're negating that a little bit. Oh, this is a bunch of stuff to build that? I want to steal that from them. Let's system load. Because I assume if it sits there long enough, it'll hopefully wash up in their world. But maybe it's sitting there for me to pick up and then try to craft it in this world? I wonder if that's how some of that's the request stuff works. Is it's delegated. Which that'd be interesting if it functions that way. So it's you're not getting this stuff, someone else is to help repair the thing that's also in their world. It's here S. We always need to take on.
Let's go!
Okay. Oh, did I not drop off stuff to that other thing? Okay, I didn't. Oh well. Oh well. I got distracted. Yeah, I'm hoping I can make it across this. Yes, perfectly fine. No issue whatsoever. I'll do it on this one here. Hopefully, don't see a bad guy. try to be quick. I think he's wandering. Should be able to hit this one, at least do the chiral crystal for it. And then we'll probably stop there with trying to aid these right now. Need to run around and do some more collection of resources to do more of this. That is a lot, but let's go ahead. Okay, let's do a save. I want to look at our cargo just real quick. I think everything's fine. Yeah, so we're still good with that. Yeah, not doing any other missions. I think we might hit that charger over there. I am tempted to maybe wait. But let's look at the map. Okay, so I go from Sam to there. From Sam to there.
Delivery route finalized.
The hell?
Commencing route creation.
And if I can cross here and get to here
Delivery route finalized.
without any issues. I wish that line would do a reactive thing in the water. Act as like a skinny scan. Right now that's all yellow. It's okay, yeah. Well, let's try risking it. Yeah, that should be fine. Should just be slow.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
They're putting the music in a weird spot in this game. It's like the final little stretch of the journey doesn't feel the same when it's like, I don't know. It probably would if I was on foot, but I'm not. So, I think the range of the song should depend on what vehicle you're in. How you're getting there. But I also feel like you should be able to mute or turn it down and some other things as well.
I appreciate you coming all this way. You're a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Seriously, we owe you. Right. Let's get this cargo processed ASAP. I've never processed a delivery that looked this good. You're even better than people say. We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid. We're ready.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments. Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Boca skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work, allowing you to carry lots of cargo without difficulty. Ideal for keeping your balance while making your deliveries. Steep slopes and rivers are no match for this baby. It's bound to make your next runs much easier, and it'll help you expand the network too. You know, before you came along, we lost a lot of people to chiralium exposure. For a while there, it felt like we were counting the days until the inevitable void out. But it seems like we'll be able to avoid that terrible fate after all. We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knott. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. It's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries, and you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new plate game manifest. No need to worry though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold. Personally, I've always admired the Boca. They're traditional porters that used to work in the Japanese wilderness. No matter how dangerous the mountain trail, they'd always power through with heavy loads on their backs. I've never met any of them myself, of course. But when I came out here with APAC's first expedition, I heard some interesting stories about a local prepper as we were traveling through Mexico. This guy was apparently the genuine article, a real working Boca. You could always head back to Mexico and try to track him down if you're interested. We actually developed the Boca skeleton while referencing stories and official records of their activities. You might say it's a skeleton tailored to the needs of modern-day porters, like yourself. Simply wearing it will vastly increase your maximum carrying capacity. Oh, it offers superior gripping capabilities too, and helps you keep your balance while hauling tons of cargo on your back. When traversing snowy mountains, rivers, and other places with poor footing, this skeleton is an excellent choice. Now that you've brought us onto the chiral network, I feel as though we can finally see the light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Our equipment still isn't as good as we want it to be at the moment, but we hope it'll be of use to you. North Fort Knott was deemed critical for the expansion of the chiral network in northern Australia. But due to chiral contamination, a lot of folks began dying, and one day, a void out wiped the city right off the map. We've actually been observing similar conditions here at East Fort Knott. Dramatic changes in the tar currents and rising chiralium levels have had everybody fearing for the future recently. But thankfully, you came. You put us on the chiral network. Me and all the staff here are committed to sustaining this pillar of the chiral and distribution networks. And doing everything in our power for you and Australia. As a major distribution hub, we conduct research and development into all manner of delivery-related technologies. The Boca skeleton is one such product of our work. And lately, we've been thinking of ways to create next-generation roads. Something allowing for faster and safer deliveries. There's plenty of room for improvement in the conventional designs. Since you brought us onto the chiral network, we've started gathering all kinds of useful data on the subject. But we're gonna need more before we're finished, I think. We'd be grateful if you could help us out on that front. Thanks for everything, Sam. We've got a lot riding on you drawbridge folks. I hope you won't let us down.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside, though.
Feels good.
Can't remember if with the Nirvana stuff, if we use our existing gear, or if it's all just pick up at the location. Pretty sure we can use our existing gear. So I may try to fill up on a bunch of sniper rifles or something like that. We'll probably no. We're definitely going to save here, and then we'll kind of deal with that then. Tomorrow or the next time I stream. This year's save. I'm pretty sure they remove all of your like a lot of your stuff. So I don't know if like this would be even worth taking. That would be fine to test out. But yeah, because I would like to know if that's worth bringing. This probably not. This probably is not worth taking. Though I do remember lugging it around for some reason. I think. But maybe that's just because I activated it and whatnot. And sadly, I don't think that they let us actually use this stuff. But I would want to bring the anchor and the ladder with me to test it out, and then reload back to here, and then drop it, and then fill myself up with something that's actually worth using rather than something that's not worth using. Would bring this just to bring it, but I don't think I'd want to really use it. Probably would want to run another mazer, maybe. Probably more, what do you call it? Extra, like, what is it? Because I'm going to kind of preset this up a little bit. Especially if there might be, like, some crap in here. There's not. Let's fab some stuff. Kind of wanna see focus skeleton. What is this? What color? That's gold, and that's just whatever color that is. It's a weird color. wish they would show me what that actually looks like. But let's snag that. Because I'm trying to remember. Because I know I was sniping the guy. Don't know if I was sniping any of the other guys. I think I was using like this. And so let's just look at this damage on this guy to these guys. Not so much. Yeah, that one seems more so what we want to be running. Let's fabricate this and see if I have one of those on me already. Oh, but it's that situation. Ugh. Yeah. It would be like half to wear, half to a band, and kind of a deal if I did that. Which, to be honest, that's not horrible. It's, I guess I would want to take this with me just initially just to see if it's something that's functional and something that I'd want to mess with. I'm out of range as well. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and save again. We'll do our breakdown of our gameplay. Click OK. Return to title. Okay, so that was part 40 of our Death Stranding 2 streams. This one was a run around, let's get a bunch of triple L's, and then I did all the ones that were there available. We then moved into the main mission. We were able to do 2 triple L's while doing that mission. We threw some stuff into help building roads, and then we moved on to the facility to drop off 3 packages for the main mission, and now looks like we're going to be fighting Nil here in a Nirvana situation. At least that's what they're calling it. I want to say that it's going to be a swap out with, oh, he's saying this, not that. Try to think. So we have that. Oh, we unlocked also the architect for him to help take care of our structures. So that's interesting to see how that's going to function, how that's going to work. I assume stuff isn't going to break down in this game. This is basically how it's going to happen. Or there's going to be a little bit more check and balance with that, like depending on where things are located. He may come in and rescue it. Yeah. So that's that. So I'm ASHLER. This was Stealth Artisan Live. And as always, as we return to the shadows, let us praise the moments we share. Till next time.